Okay, day one.
Oh my God. 57-foot Catamaran project boat. Where do you even start on something like this?
We have honestly no idea. We want to take you through a boat tour, but we think we need to give her a little bit of a clean up first. We actually just don't really know where to start.
She's looking half shagged, but hey, we see huge potential in this boat and we can't wait to share it with you.
Because we're so excited. We've gone for a little walk around and had a look through the cupboards and stuff. We just keep finding treasures everywhere, but we're sneezing and sniffling inside because it's filled with mold and dust. So we're gonna give it a clean up first, get all the water out of it.
And then we're gonna take you through a tour. It's more of a pool at the moment.
Yeah.
We've borrowed a 240 volt pump, so we're gonna get a lot of this water out of the boat. We're gonna give it a bit of a scrub down and then we're gonna take you for a tour. But until then, it's gonna need a lot of this.
Elbow grease.
Elbow grease. So we got a submersible 240 volt pump. This is a float switch. As soon as I turn it upside down, it should squirt out of here like nothing else.
Oh.
No. Let me go check it's turned on.
Okay, take two.
All right. As I said, should come out of here like nothing else.
Okay, take three. We're just scooping all the sludge out so that doesn't clog the filter. Oh, lunch.
So you know that when you die, it's gonna recommend you to the spirit in the sky. It's gonna recommend you to the spirit in the sky. That's where you're gonna go when you die. When you die and you lay it to rest, you're gonna go to the place that's the best. Never been a sinner, I never sinned. I got a friend in Jesus.
So Phoebe was sponging out the bilge, and after about 4 bucket loads, she goes, "We need a wet and dry back." And I go, "We've got one, babe."
No, I knew that'd be happening when I told you that I was going to use the sponge. I thought you already
Yep, nah.
considered the wet and dry back and decided against it. So I was like, okay, sponge it is.
I wish for your sake I did, babe. Sorry.
No, it's good that we're learning this now because we're going to be doing this for the next 3 years. So don't even make assumptions.
All right, I'll take. Oh, just like. All right, Phoebe was deep in the bilges, vacuuming out 10 years of water, and you had a bit of a realization. What was that, babe?
We were going to do a boat tour for you after we'd cleaned it, but I was like, why would we do that? Because you want to see the transformation, so we want to show you it in its original state before we clean it. It's going to be much more satisfying that way, I think.
And we're still figuring it out as we go, so we may as well take you along for that little adventure with us. It's filthy though, don't mind the mess.
We haven't had a chance to clean yet. Okay, so starting off strong. The crazy thing is, like, we're not cat owners. I've only lived in a mono, and because we started sailing, having never sailed before, we had to learn all about the boat and everything. So I don't even know what the cat terminology is. So what is this area called, babe? Is it still called the cockpit?
The bridge deck?
Is it bridge deck? This is the bridge deck. We might be wrong. Gorgeous companionway. No door at the moment. We really like open plan living. Just let nature come in and out of it. I'm pretty stoked about this situation because we've got our galley in our saloon on Inner Bloom are 1, and we've got 1 settee that maybe 4 people could sit on. So this, I'm pretty frothy on this situation, and I love that when we first, so I'm a million miles an hour, but when we first checked out the boat 2 days ago, I didn't love the galley setup. I didn't love the kitchen being out like this because from my mind and my experience, it's unsafe, but we're on a cat now, so it's a whole different story. So I like that I'm gonna be able to cook and entertain while we've got all our people here. Have a little pole.
Like in our place in Byron.
Yeah.
So that's one side of the galley, right?
Yeah.
And then another
There's
side.
The other side. I love how much storage there is because I love to cook. I love to make things from scratch.
Yeah, you're bloody good
But
at
I
it, babe.
don't but I don't have enough space for that really on Inner Bloom, so I've got to be pretty frugal with what I can actually make on board. So I'm going to be able to sprout things and make bread and yogurt, and I'm so excited. So,
All right, do you want to go down the port or starboard side
let's
first?
Let's go down the starboard side first. So I love these little steps, these little girl steps. We haven't yet worked out which side is bigger. I assumed that the starboard side would be the master side because there's the laundry on the other side, but I don't really know. We're gonna have to do some measurements.
Oh, well, they'd have to be the same unless one hull's longer. It's just
I have a feeling that the starboard side bedroom is bigger or cabin is bigger, but I don't really know. Okay.
We are on the starboard side right now, FYI, in case you didn't remember.
I didn't remember. I don't know where I am. All right, so mysterious tank. Who are you? We're yet to find out.
Fresh water or grey water?
Yeah. All right, fridge. What the heck?
Double fridge.
So on Inner Bloom, we've got one of those top loading fridges that you have to bend halfway inside to get to. And of course, with those fridges, you get like the concoction of like
Fridge juice, we call
at
it.
the bottom of it. It's foul, but you just deal with it. So I'm absolutely loving this setup, having everything accessible.
Can I fill the gaps there?
Yeah.
Now, just for a bit of technical terminology, we've got two front-loading fridges here. They're 240 volt, same as the washing machine. So we're going to be running probably 240 volt through an inverter the whole time this boat is operational.
Yet to work out
That
how...
I'm sure they would have figured that out because the hinge it hinges here and it hinges
So
here.
I must stop there.
It would stop there. Hopefully, it'd still be able to get that open.
Great. Okay. Fantastic. Anyway, love this. And then we've got one of our cabins.
One forward cabin.
One of our forward cabins. Love these, and I'm assuming that's storage up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something that was really alluring about this boat is that at first glance, you're like, whoa, what a beat up piece of crap. But once you actually get inside, like the gloss and the inside.
Yeah, the finishing is just immaculate.
Yeah, it's really just the outside fiberglass that's a
Well,
little bit worse for wear.
Hold on one second.
Yeah, if you can, upwards please. Yeah, so it's great that there hasn't been like too much sun damage in here because it's all still pretty much perfect.
So this is another, I would imagine, a walk-in robe. Might potentially be a head, but I don't think we'd operate that as a head.
It's interesting, I don't know, maybe this is a typical cat setup, that there's a bilge running, obviously port and starboard, even in the cabins. Like, we make it stinky, but I guess the idea is that it's not, because there shouldn't be any water in there, and if it is stinky, then you need to clean it out with a wet and dry bag. So, yeah, it's just strange. I don't know, I'm just getting my head around the whole cat situation.
Something that I am really impressed by is there's a watertight bulkhead forward of basically all your living quarters. That's great. It's safe, and I think we're going to learn more about that as we go, but that's a huge plus.
Off we go. So, the head, come down here. Look at how much space there is. So, for reference, on Inner Bloom we do have a head, but we don't have a shower in there. So for the past 5 years, Josh and I have been showering in the cockpit with a heated up kettle. Which we love, but it's getting a little bit old now. And after our 6-month sail down the south coast of Australia, it was freezing. So we pretty much just didn't shower for a very long time. We just wipe ourselves down. So it's really exciting to not only have a shower, but also have one that we can stand up in, and I can have a mirror so we know what we look like because we don't have a mirror on board. Yeah, and I love that there's some port lights as well, some hatches so we can get all the steam out of here. This is the aft cabin. So much natural light. I think that was one of the most exciting things for me is how much natural light there is in it. It just makes you feel so alive. And we could maybe have a little bit of a desk situation. I really struggle to work on the boat and edit on the boat on Inner Bloom just because she's so small, and Josh obviously has to work on the boat as well and repair things and keep up with the maintenance. So it's been making it really hard, just the day-to-day life. The adventuring and all of that is wonderful, but once we kind of knuckle down and get into work, it's really difficult doing that in such a small space together, especially when I'm trying to do voiceovers or editing and I'm struggling to focus. So I'm hoping that maybe this can be one of the editing rooms, one of our work rooms. But yeah, and I also love the finish on the inside of the boat because I have a really good feeling that we're not going to have to struggle with mold, which is something that we've dealt with for a very long time with Inner Bloom. So, okay, this way.
Wait on. You're forgetting one of the most important things.
Oh, what is that? Oh yeah, our pool, our inbuilt pool.
Not the pool, that's a spa. We got a... That is a diesel tank. We've got one starboard and port side after the boat. It's built into the boat, so yeah, we don't know the volume yet. We'll calculate that later, but that's really exciting.
This way. Look at all this. Don't even know what this will be for. Perhaps a bookshelf or, I don't know, gnomes.
Whoa.
Okay, so this is the other aft cabin. A similar layout. It's almost...
It's identical.
Almost symmetrical, you reckon?
It's identical.
Yeah, beautiful new helm.
Mirrored though,
Look at
obviously.
that, yeah. Look at that thing.
I think that's
It's
worth
as big
it.
as me.
At least $1,000 by itself.
Yeah, and then we've got another head down here. So you step down into it. And obviously this is just going to be so safe for passengers. The fact that it is a little bit narrow as well. So you can kind of wedge yourself in here.
Baby, we're not going to be heeling over that much.
What? That's going to take me so long to get used to. And so this looks like the shower. The other head didn't have a shower like this, like the...
Yeah, so that's definitely must be the wet head.
Yeah. Yep. Oh,
And one internal shower is completely fine, right? Because we're going to have a freshwater at the stern.
Yeah, and also we can use one of these as a wet locker, which is something that we also didn't have on Inner Bling as well. So we're hanging up our wet gear outside and then inside. So this is really exciting. Did you show them the tank down there?
Another diesel tank, and Phoebe's already gotten the water out of here, so that's really good. I'll show you the diesel tank. Now this is one concerning section. This is a hatch lid that's made of MDF. Because of the water that's gotten in here, that's not very good anymore.
Oh my god, there's a gecko egg. Oh, what the heck? Oh. Oh wow, there's another animal. I don't know what to do with it now.
Put it back safe and sound.
It's dead because it's cold.
Oh, bugger. Do you want to sit on that? Oh.
Good luck. I'll put it outside. Maybe I'll put it there so
Alrighty.
you can watch the adventure. Watch it all unfold. Okay.
You haven't been forward yet. We're obviously in the port side hull now. This is the section where the laundry is mirrored on the other side where the fridges are. So because we have our shower and wet head in here, we've got a little bit less space than what we had with the fridges. So we're still trying to figure out which side is going to be the master, which side has more space. But to have a laundry on a boat, we're planning on having kids on this boat, and that is going to be a bloody game changer.
And a baby gecko. Forward port side cabin now. I've already dry backed all the bilge juice out of there. A lot of exposed fiberglass, so we do have quite a little bit of work to do.
Can we have a little look how there's no water damage on this side? So we're going to have to figure out what caused that, where that comes from later down the track. Something that excites me a lot is that all the cupboard doors are already here. We got bench tops, we got so much stuff existing. Door frames, sunglasses.
Oh my god, this is cool. Oh my god, that's gonna be so much. Great, and then
Walk-in wardrobe.
whatever this room is.
Definitely walk-in robe.
Walk-in robe.
Hanging
Yeah.
stuff would be going there,
Along there.
hide it, then probably... Do you think that's enough space for shoes for you?
Babe. I have 3 pairs of shoes, mind you, hanging, and now some really sick sunnies, so.
Alrighty,
Okay.
let me go show them outside.
Alright, come outside, folks.
So I've just figured something out, and that is that on the other side where we had that tank is removable. I believe that's probably the grey water / black water tank, because on this side, that's the space where the tank would have been, therefore where our shower is now. So that's where the space is made up. We dead set have not even had a look at this yet, but this looks like all our bench tops. So I like that colour. What do you think, babe?
Yeah, I like it too.
It's nice to have a bit of natural timber in a whitewash section. The reason I think they're bench tops is because they're really quite heavy. Could be doors. Oh, we just really don't know yet, do we?
Look at you squatting down. You're not used to having to be able to stand up.
Oh, yeah.
I keep noticing you do that.
I can even jump in here.
He's been walking outside like this little bit. I'm like, babe, you can stand up.
Our helm station is here. That stainless steel seat you were just looking at is going to be sitting here. The helm is sitting in the other room that we were looking at before. We've already got a hydraulic pump in here. We've already got hydraulic lines, and the slave cylinder's already installed. So we just got to figure out what's going to receive that helm, and then try and figure out the rest of the hydraulics. But that's it. That's a huge win. That's a huge win.
Welcome back to the Antique Boat Show. We've got one of my favourite features, which is the stainless steel granny rail. Josh, how many kilos of steel do you reckon we have here?
I don't know how many kilos we got, but
At
there's
least
a
10.
few $1,000 worth of polished stainless steel rails up on the bowsprit as well, which you'll see in a minute.
And I love this feature because we've only got steel granny rails alongside inner bloom, and I love that because we're able to bend over it, pick stuff up, haul stuff over, and it's just safer walking up and down the boat to be able to hold on to that. When I see people racing or sailing on monos with those just those lines, like the lifelines running forward and aft, I'm like, how do you not feel so panicked? Like, I guess it comes with experience, but if I was walking up a boat like that and the line was flimsy, I don't know, I feel really scared. So I love this so much. So without the tramp, it looks a little bit like a spaceship. Now, obviously, no mast, rigging or sails yet. So,
However, it has got a mast step.
yeah.
Alrighty, for a bit of technical activity now, we have, that's not where I wanted to go. This is what I wanted to show you.
Anchor locker.
This is our anchor locker. Our brand new, dare I say, Rockner anchor is going to go in there because we wouldn't trust anything else to hold this girl in the place we want to keep it. And we've already got a windlass in here. I don't know how many watts it is, but I know it's 24 volts, so that's really big for us. Forward locker and watertight bulkhead with a fully lockable hatch so we can store all our pushies and stuff in here. This side is pretty unfinished compared to the other side, but you should come and have a look at what they've done over there. We've got a little bit of water in here, but they've glassed in a petrol and flammable materials area. So this is already done. There's a hatch handle on that. So it's really good to have any dangerous materials that we can store up here and know that if anything does happen, it's well away from the boat. Before we take you into the motor rooms, you can probably see behind us some of that stainless work. There's one for the bowsprit type thing, if that's what it's called, the front of the middle of a cart. And we've also got sections at the stern here. So don't know how we're going to get our tender on and off for now, but we know that we've got stainless work to go there too. This is how the water has been kept out of this boat for however many years.
And it's worked.
This is our engine room. We're powered by two brand new Volvo Penta D275 motors. They got 150S sail drives on them, and Phoebe, you know a bit more about them than me, eh?
So yeah, we obviously have a shaft drive on inner bloom, so we're pretty unfamiliar with the sail drive system, and with that comes with a whole new set of specific maintenance that we've never had to deal with before, like regular oil changes, checking and replacing the bellows, which is the seal. I think they said to do that every 6 years. So yeah, it's just added a whole new set of challenges and things to do on our to-do list when we haul out, but that's part of it, I guess.
Alrighty, so this is all our fuel lines incoming. This is for the deck filler cap to go to the diesel tank. We've already got all our copper control lines that are going to go to our hydraulic steering. We've got our rudder tillers that are already built, and these are our diesel water separators that already came with the motor and have been installed. Alright, so the whole boat's had water in it. We can see from this staining mark down in the bilge here, it's so lucky that the motors haven't gone underneath. What I've just found is that this is a sealable deck, but what's happened is all the gunk has filled up the drain plug, which is there. That's the drain plug. So what we're going to do is vacuum all this out, clean all this out, and on the other side, install the same hose so it can go out, and any water that's going to come in here will actually work. It's just a bit of a shame that that we're kind of sitting in that we're lower at the stern now because it's not draining because of true, there you go, that's why. Okay. So the drain plug's actually on the high end, so that's why it's not draining, it's overflowing into. Little details like this, I just love. We've already got all our diesel deck filler caps, freshwater and blackwater pump out. It's just, the more I see, the more I like. Here we are on the portside engine room. It's the exact same setup, just mirrored. When we were here inspecting for the first time, one of the things I did was try and turn over the motors by hand. They were quite hard to turn over, so they had compression, but they still did turn. So that's a really good sign. We're gonna have to do a whole system of pre-start maintenance checks, oil change, just check through everything. Because if these motors have been sitting for 10 years, all the oil and all the fluids would have drained out to the sump. So we need to recirculate that sort of stuff. But that's going to come in a future episode, hopefully with someone who knows a lot about diesel engines. Oh my God, that didn't work the way I was supposed to. One of the things that got us about this boat was the sheer size of it. It's obviously a behemoth of a thing. I'd say there's a bit over 1.1 to 1.2 meters from the waterline to the bridge deck, which I do know for an ocean going vessel, and we're going to use this boat to cross oceans, is a really important thing.
We're really excited about this. We've got 2 limited edition translucent props. You can't even see that they're there. So we don't have either props on port and starboard side, nor do we have rudders. So we're hoping that as we clean out the boat, maybe we'll find some, but if not, that's okay. But the good thing is that this is the gearbox and it sounds beautiful. For a size comparison, these are our mini keels.
So we don't know a whole lot about this, and we're going to be learning everything, but this is a Derek Kelsall. Kelsall?
Kelsall, yeah.
Kelsall.
Kelsall. It's got an L in it.
So one thing we don't know a whole lot about this is the lines of this beautiful vessel. It's a Derek Kelsall design. She's 57 foot, foam sandwich construction. We don't know a whole lot more about it than that, but these bows alone and the line down there, ooh, she's sexy. Do you mind if I say that, Phoebe? Phoebe, just explain something. Look at the way that the hulls fare in and then fare out. That must add to its hydrodynamics moving through the water. Geez, I can't wait to see this thing in the water. I would call this on a monohull a bowsprit. I don't know what it's actually called on a catamaran, but we've also got our cross beams up there. I've checked them when we had a look at the boat for the first time, and they are schmick, which is really important because obviously that adds to the structural integrity tying the 2 hulls together. We want to keep it a catamaran and not go to a monohull at any point. There's a hole here. As we go, we're finding many holes around the boat, whether someone's drilled that to let the water out after it's been sitting here for a long time, or if it's part of the initial design. That is a slight concern because it's probably just going straight through the foam inner lay of the boat, and who knows what that's done to the foam. And as you would have seen in our first episode, we believe that the foam used in this boat is PU. We're not sure whether it's closed cell or open cell. We're hoping that it's closed cell.
Okay, at this point in time, I think that's all that we've got to show you, because that's the extent of what we know. So we're going to keep cleaning, get this looking really nice for you, and then
get into some more work.
Yeah, get going. It's not going to stop.
Yeah, we got to get back in the water ASAP. I'm sorting through the gold that came with the boat. Some stuff here is absolutely amazing and other stuff is complete rubbish. So I'm sorting it through so we can come through and clean this area.
Oh, what have we got here?
I've sorted through this dusty mess, and these are the things that I'm most excited about. Sentimental value. This reminds me of my grandfather's tools. It's a handheld drill.
Oh wow! Can I see it?
So it's for fine drilling of
Oh my god.
different things. She's a bit seized.
She needs a little
It's
oil.
been 10 years from as much as I can discern from all this. The second is this person's hat. Now there's been all sorts of previous occupants of this vessel before we got here. Some wasps here, but let's see what this person's name was. Trish, I think.
Trish? T-S-H. Could be.
Could be.
Aww.
Regardless, there's a hat for anyone
Thinking
who
of you,
wants one.
Trish.
This is a big win for me because
Big
this
step.
is the stuff that I use on our boat and that I
Alright.
loved on our boat.
That's awesome. Do you reckon it's too old to use?
Quite possibly, but we'll definitely
Put it
find
on the
out.
shelf.
Yeah. Hinges for days so we can get some cupboards on. I've found one of what looks like the lockable hat handles for the motor covers because we want to get them watertight, so that's really exciting. We've also found all the stuff for the door, I believe, so we can
For the companionway.
for the companionway, so we can lock up.
Cool.
I really want to get to a point of lock up because this boat is, it's definitely there.
Yeah. And there's going to be some curious characters, I think.
Absolutely.
This boat's got a bit of a history, and when we came to check it out for the first time before the auction, a few people said a few words to us about the history of it and it's not worth it and all that. So I think people will be pretty invested to see what happens with this.
I've found all of these stainless tangs. I'm not sure what they're going to do with them, but I've found one hinge that's been cut and welded. So that's an interesting affair. I hope that everything doesn't need to be cut and welded, but if it does, we definitely got people for the job. back into it?
Yeah.
Alright.
I've gotten as much water as I could out of the port side bilge, but the starboard side is going to be a little bit more challenging. It's quite literally full to the brim. We're going to use this submersible pump and do bucket runs outside. So we're going to get the body working this afternoon. And just for reference, I did maybe 6 to 8 bucket runs on the port side. I can't even remember. I had to blank it out because it was so annoying. There's a lot more water on this side.
So the game plan here is to try and get into the bucket without creating too much mess here, but...
And it really gushes out of here as well, so I don't think we'll be pumping for very long.
No.
Alright,
you hold the bucket.
Okay.
I'm going to hold this under the flow switch.
Okay.
That's not going to work. Alright.
I'm so sorry.
That's fine. I need to go find another bit of hose that we can use.
Baby.
Alright, next idea. Alright.
Hold on.
You film. Alright, next idea. We've got a really perfectly good section here where we could... Damn it.
Oh.
Surely that's got to come out somehow. Without
How do they replace it and clean it?
Well, that's something that I'm not going to figure out now.
Oh, damn. Out the hatch.
The hatch.
Out onto the deck, but that's...
Righto, so I need to get
It's
rid of
better
the
in this
hoses.
situation.
Well, that's certainly not going to work, is it? Alright, let's go for a wander back outside the boat because I do remember seeing a through-hole fitting somewhere around here. Don't you?
Yeah. No, there's no through-hole fitting back here. Not behind this one, anyway. It's for the grey water tank or the fresh water. There's a through-hole fitting at the bottom of it. Maybe we can borrow some hose, go back to the boat, get some clamps.
Yeah, I think our best bet is going to be lifting that tank out, running a hose through there and pumping directly overboard.
Okay.
We're just figuring everything out here, and I've just had a bit of a revelation. We're wondering what this hose is here, and we're wondering what these other glassed-in fittings are to the floor below the floor. And we think we've just found our fresh water tanks. To me, that would be either a breather or a pickup. This is an inlet from the deck filler cap that would be going onto that fitting. And if you come over here, this, which we had absolutely no idea is what it is, and it slides up and down, that's our pickup. The pickup is where we're going to be connecting to when we draw out of the tank.
I've just come back to Innerbloom to make some lunch because it's really setting in now how much work this is going to be and just how much we probably will need quite a few helping hands on board, because between the two of us doing this work and making food, it's going to be a pretty big feat. Riding the bike to the dock, taking the tender back to Innerbloom, making lunch, then going back again is going to take about an hour each day, and we just can't afford that at the moment. So I don't know how other boat restoration or boat building channels are doing it. I have a feeling they just get a lot of takeout, which we can't really afford. So unfortunately, I think we're going to be eating a lot of slow cooked meals. I just called Josh to see if he needed any hose clamps because our parting words was that he was going to try and find a hose from somewhere. And I spoke to Ty, who said he's on the lookout for a hose at the moment. So I've gone through our little hose clamp collection. This is the extent of it because this is all that we've needed living on a 35-foot mono. So I hope these are going to be big enough, and if not, I'm not sure what we'll do, but I'll bring them anyway.
I've just gone and found a little bit more hose because the hose was initially on this. As you saw, it was too short to get the water out of the boat. We've got one now, and it goes through this hatch above our head, so we're going to be able to start evacuating a lot of this water. Ty, who's filming behind me, said that while I was gone, he did 5 or 6? 6 bucket loads that were 20 litres each. So he's got 100 litres out of this, and I didn't ever notice it, to be honest. So this is really exciting. So the reason I'm up here and aiming it is because there is a brand new boat next to us that's for sale, and they definitely don't want water all over their boat.
Give me a yell when you're ready.
Ready, Ty? Is the water level dropping in the one that's to your right? We're getting rid of all of the water in here just through that one, so they're all at the same height. The only thing I'm not sure about is how are we going to get it out of the tank?
Yeah, you'll have to hook it up properly.
Ty's just found that the other section in the bilge actually has a lower water line, so we're going to pump from there, and we've still got enough hose to get out. Go for it, Ty. Is that satisfying?
Hey, what's this?
You wouldn't believe it. We have, I don't know how many hundreds of litres of water is out of here, but we've got a hose that's long enough now. So
No way.
pumping it out.
That's awesome. I'm so glad we didn't have to bucket it.
Ty did 5 buckets and the water level didn't go down at all.
Yeah.
That's 100 litres and like,
Wow.
yeah, this is perfect.
How did you get the hose attached to it?
Shifter.
Does it have a clamp on it? How did you?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. All right, let me pass and then let it rip. I got some food in here for you.
You made such a good call going and getting lunch. I'm feeling wrecked right now. My headache and the fatigue has just set in. Adrenaline and excitement can only get you so far.
So much water.
I'm going down in Louisiana, baby.
That looks so fresh.
I'm going down in Louisiana.
Ty just asked me what my parents have said, and I
haven't
said,
even spoken to
we've
them.
spoken to them for 10 minutes since we even thought about buying this boat, let alone actually having bought it and being here and seeing it. But today's day one, like, what did you do?
End of day one.
Wow, that's been a huge day. I'm feeling exhausted. We're looking very stoked, but I'm actually amazed at how quickly this project has moved already. How much we've gotten done today is huge. If it keeps moving at this speed, well, who knows what's going to happen, but come on, let's go. Right.
Gonna go home, get a good rest,
We
and then
need
start
sleep.
early again
Yeah,
tomorrow.
we're going to have a kettle shower tonight, still.
Yeah.
Just had second feed for the day pretty much, apart from 2 boiled eggs after breakfast, and the calmness has just settled, and Phoebe and I are just talking and freeballing, and it's so funny to be talking in this same environment that we've existed in for 5 years. Towels bloody hanging up here, undies drying on the fruit basket, clothes everywhere. Like, this is the chaos, the organised, but the chaos that we've lived in for 5 years.
We've got our herbs and our celery out there because it doesn't fit in that fridge. And this is the bags that we brought to the new boat today that we don't want to put anywhere else because they're dirty on the bottom. So they're staying there on the grate. It's raining outside, so they can't sit outside. Josh has to sit there so that I can make dinner because if he's anywhere else, there's nowhere else for him to be. So
I love that spin. Could we have a quick look at your outfit?
I could have danced all night. It's been a really big day and it's all really setting in how much work this is going to be. Coming back to the boat and having a shower in the rain in the cockpit and coming back in here and everything being wet, and it's crazy to think this is not going to be our reality for much longer.
And that's so exciting for me because I love this boat and I love what we've done in this boat, but it's super limiting and it is a little bit stressful, and you have to release control from being organised.
Yeah.
We're used to this. We have lived like this for 5 years. So the idea, and we do it well. And so the idea of living in a partially finished boat, the unfinished fit out in that boat at times, I think is better than the finished fit out in this boat. But that's just because this is a little 35-foot monohull, you know, center cockpit, like it's like a cubby house. And we've loved this cubby house for 5 years, but now we're ready to repot the plant. Man, the stress for the last few days, not sleeping, just waking up I can't begin to tell you how glad I am to be through that period of this, but I think it kind of goes to show the weight of this decision and the weight of the risk that we've taken doing this, going into debt, not even having the money to buy the boat when we auctioned it, but having already tested the waters to see if people will be kind enough to loan stuff to us. So obviously when your whole life exists in a 35-foot boat and traveled for 3 years and not worked full-time for 3 years and supported ourselves through what we've done along the way, it's huge to then go and think the more money than we've ever had in our lives to spend on something else. So it's pretty unbelievable. And if anyone was about to do this and they asked my advice, I would say don't do it. That sounds like a terrible idea. The risk is far too high. But
I'd say ask us in another couple of years.
no matter what happens, I know that I'll be able to get through whatever we face, and whatever doesn't go right or goes perfectly well. But as long as I'm standing beside you, then I'm happy, and I feel confident to be able to face anything. I love you, Phoebe.
Okay.